Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Nice to see you guys. Hope everybody's having a great Monday thus far. What's up, Flame Baggin? What's going on? This live is just basically, I created this live just to basically know you guys better and connect with you guys. Elijah Evans, what's going on, man? Welcome, welcome. We reached 10,000, guys. I'm extremely happy. I'm extremely grateful. And this is why I've created this live, so we could just chat and get to know each other better, answer some of you guys' questions. Um, this is definitely a really good milestone for me. Okay, did you retry the test for Arabic? I never took a test for Arabic, but I am currently studying Arabic right now as we speak. Arabic is a tricky one, man. Arabic is a tricky one. Hey, thank you so much, Agnes. Hope I pronounced that name right. Thank you so much. I'm so happy. I'm really ecstatic. I'm really happy about that. Um, so yeah, I am learning Arabic right now. It is kind of tricky, definitely different. And as you guys heard me talk about in the other videos, like my strategy for learning languages is basically the most organic. I believe is the most organic style, which is actually getting thrown into the environment. And this is a strategy. Rest in peace, peace be upon him. Moses Laoshu used to use quite often, and you guys never probably really didn't realize this is what he was doing. He would actually learn a language, then go into the wild and level up. And all this meant was like speak with individuals in person, and this is how he was able to retain the language. Somebody said something. This live chat. I hope it doesn't just disappear and stuff. I'm getting used. This is my first time, so please bear with me. I'm trying to get. Okay, here we go. I thought it was Arabic. You took a test on video, but you say you didn't. Okay. No. Okay, so that wasn't a language test. That was something totally different. That had something to do with a finance exam. So okay, why did you want to learn Chinese? So, the reason why I wanted to learn Chinese is because if you guys look back at my last video where I said, how did I learn Chinese in the salon? I talked about Laoshu, which he just recently passed away. Rest in peace, Laoshu. Laoshu inspired me to learn. Okay, Laoshu inspired me to learn Chinese because I saw his video with him in the mall in back in Ohio where he's from, and he would talk to so many different people in their language, and I was just like, wow, that is so cool. Now the reason why I chose Chinese opposed to any other language, um, honestly, it was just like a preference. I thought Chinese was really cool, and I wanted something really challenging. Like I didn't want to speak like Spanish or learn Spanish something like that. I just felt like that was too cliche, or even French, even though these are languages that I plan on getting into. What's up? Much love, MZ. Thank you for tuning in. These are languages that I do eventually want to pursue, but right now I'm learning Arabic, and I first started out with Mandarin. So that's why I went to choose Mandarin. Okay, Elijah Evans asks, what would you say your fluency is in Chinese? So I'm gonna be honest, my Mandarin, okay, and I want you guys to take note of this, okay? If you're currently learning a language, or you have learned a language and you have maintained that language to a certain level, if you do not use it, you will lose it. That is a very true statement. My Chinese has regressed really badly. Um, I mean, I'm comfortable with it. I can understand most things that are said to me. Just like you guys saw in the video of me and Shauma. That was just basic stuff, but I'm comfortable in conversations. But as far as my output, it's really choppy these days because I haven't used it for so long. Whereas when I was working in the salon, I had to use it every single day. Zero English, constantly Chinese being drilled into my head. So I hope that answers your question. So my Mandarin right now could use some work. Um, Joseph says, you're the GOAT. My G, we got to collab next year when I'm fluent in Japanese. Don't forget me, we vlog. Ha, much love, Joseph. Thank you so much. Japanese is actually, that's one that's on my list, but it isn't the one I'm thinking about after Arabic. I got a couple ones that I want to go through. Okay, so how do you start? Agnes asks, how do you start off learning a language? Like, what resources do you use? What are some of the things to learn? Okay, so Agnes, I strongly recommend you check out my other video where I say how to learn it, how I learned Chinese in the salon, and also check out my video, how to learn a language using Clubhouse. But basically, in the beginning stages, my methodology that I found that works when learning a new language is basically finding phrases and words that you're gonna come across very often, and be able to use that with people. So, for example, let's just say you're starting to learn out Chinese, right? You're starting to learn Chinese, and what are some of the common things that you have to constantly say to someone? Like, you would have to say hi, right? You would have to say what your name is. You would have to say what your occupation is. You would also have to be able to ask other people what their name is. So just basically building just a honestly, all it takes is like 20 sentences of having this arsenal of like 20 sentences that you're gonna constantly come across, like the high frequency sentences, is going to allow you the opportunity to talk to native speakers. And from there, it's a game, baby. That's all it is. It's just a game. It's a matter of just building up that. It's like a snowball effect, right? Like a snowball that's going down a hill. It just gets bigger and bigger. So you just, any words that you don't know, any grammatical structures that you're not familiar with, take that, put it in a flashcard system, drill it in your head. That's it is, man. It just takes work, man. Language learning just takes work. Uh, so I hope that answers your question. Oh, you guys are going in on me. Okay, I got you. Much love. I gotta. Also, okay, I want to learn Arabic because my father was born in Egypt, and I want to go there and speak with them when I go there. Any tips on teaching yourself in English? Okay. So guys, it's the same for every single language, man. There's no shortcuts to this, man. It really is not. Like, you really just have to commit yourself to it. Um, for me, it's particularly challenging because I have ADHD, so it's hard for me to stay focused, and it's hard for me to complete something. Even when I was learning Mandarin, it was extremely difficult. I had to be like, no, f this. You're gonna stay focused. You're not gonna give up. You're gonna stay committed. That's why I put myself in a salon, because if I did not do that, there's no way. There's no way. Like, I can't sit down and just like study it like that. Like, it's too boring for me. I'll lose my mind. So every language is the same, guys. Whether it's English, Arabic, input in the beginning is a lot of input, but you have to find a way to spark that excitement for you that will keep you engaged, because it's a long process. It's a long process when learning a language. Okay, I do see the voice of Laoshu. Hey man, I definitely do see you being the voice for Laoshu. I'm sure he would be proud. Man, don't even get me started on Laoshu, man. I ain't gonna lie, guys. That was a tough one. It was a really tough one to just. That was a hard pill to swallow for when it came to finding out that Lao Shu passed away. And I'm definitely trying to keep his legacy alive by doing level up videos, and doing things the way he used to do it, because I honestly feel like if I don't do it, nobody else is going to do it. I honestly feel like if nobody um if I don't say, like, okay, leveling up in retrospect and do these little funny cool stuff that he used to do, nobody would take up and do that. So I really want to try and do that for you guys. Okay, Amanda seems to be fine in the bar shop. I didn't understand it, but they did. Yeah, thanks, man. It's all right, man. It's if you don't use the language, you're gonna lose it. So I say you're just so good. Thank you so much. Um, so, do you know how to read Mandarin traditional and write? So in Mandarin, right, there is traditional characters and simplified characters. Although I can understand some traditional characters, I mostly can only just read the simplified characters, and I still come across words that I have no idea what they are. I just go to my dictionary, my Mandarin dictionary, and I just translate it. I'm gonna give you guys the name of the app right now. Do not learn Mandarin Chinese if you do not have this app. Okay, it's called Playco. If you don't have Playco, you should not even be learning Mandarin. This thing is a lifesaver. You need to have Playco if you're trying to learn Mandarin. Okay. Um, much love, much love. Irvin, from Hell from France. I love Laoshu's videos a lot too. They inspired me. I'm looking forward to more videos coming. Thank you so much, Irvin. I'm trying to, man. I'm trying to. I really want. I'm happy that I'm a part of this niche. And I don't know if you guys saw my old videos. I do a lot of stuff, and I know I'm kind of new to this content creation thing. Like, you have to stay within a particular, I guess, lane when it comes to YouTube, because if not, you're gonna get lost in the YouTube world and the algorithms. So I'm in a little challenging spot because I'm trying to stay focused on this niche, which is language learning. So, I hope I can put out some more great content for you guys and do some more collaborations with major YouTubers. Hope you grow and learn abundantly. Thank you so much, Sorella. Much love. Okay. What are your goals for your channel? Love your videos and so excited to see your future content. Thank you so much. So my goals is pretty much just grow this channel and provide you guys with not just entertaining content, but educational content. Okay. My goal is to, and every time, my goal is every time I have a video on my page that you guys can take away something from it that can apply to your real life. It may be an emotional, a positive emotion, which I mean, I really hope I do that because Laoshu, his videos give a positive emotion. Shao Ma's a positive emotion. Bringing the world together through languages and culture. It's a beautiful thing. Like it's a beautiful thing to bring everybody together through languages. Like you guys see it in the video. When you speak to someone in their native language, they really just open up. I can that was just that's just that I have instances like that all the time. You guys just saw that in Shao Ma's video. Anytime I speak to a Chinese person in any language, I'm getting free food, free drinks, opportunities, you name it. Like you speak to someone in their language, you're gonna go places. You're definitely gonna go places. How old am I? I am 26. Um, Okay, so the name of that app is called Pleco, Pleco. I want you guys to have a pen and paper nearby so you can write your notes down and really, really be able to get this information down because I want to give you guys some really valuable information that you can really apply to your language learning journey or anything. Okay. Um, Thank you guys for saying I sing well too. Thank you guys so much. Um, Recently started learning Mandarin. Love your content. Greetings from Mexico. Hey, mi gente. Love my Mexicanos over there. I'm trying to learn Spanish. Look, I'm half Puerto Rican. I don't speak Spanish. I'm sorry. I'm learning. But if you guys watch my last video, there's reason to that. So my parents are deaf, hearing impaired, not dead, but deaf. So they can't hear. And my first language is actually sign language. So this is why I wasn't able to be able to learn Spanish. So yo, Nicholas, appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the love. Pally in the house. Man, Elijah, yeah, man. Okay, I'm not an emotional person. Okay, it's just the way I am. Like I've been through a lot in life. Like I'm not really an emotional person. Like finding out that Laoshu passed away, making that video was really tough. Like it's just really tough, man. It's just a really tough thing to kind of acknowledge and like I really don't even want to. I didn't even want to say it. I didn't even want to make that video, but and I feel right now like that's not enough. So this is why I'm working with other language YouTubers on YouTube. Other language YouTubers on YouTube. I'm working with other YouTubers that's in the language learning niche, so that we can make a tribute, some type of tribute, like me singing a song, making an original song and singing it for him, and we having some like everybody in the community. Like I need you guys to connect me with some filmmakers, video editors that do a pretty good job with edits, and we're gonna make something beautiful so that it can be always be on YouTube, and we can always people will know like that guy was one of the greatest language YouTubers ever, and like his legacy lives on. So I hope I'm working with Shaman and people like that right now to hopefully put something like that out. Is that an EK 36? I don't know what that is. Yes, Juan. Yes, for sure. When you speak to someone in their language, I've had happened to me so many different times. Like I make it my business to at least know the greeting in like at least um, a handful of languages. Like if I just say the greeting, I've gotten things from just saying greeting. Like let's say Gujarati, like there's an Indian dialect called Gujarati, and I would just say like Kemcho, Mabuti, and then stuff like that. They would just be like, oh my god, ah! It's just really dope. You just connect with people, man. Languages is the way. Laoshu showed us that firsthand. How is it like having sign language as your first language? That's amazing. So sign language being my first language, it's cool. You know what I mean? It's cool. Um, it definitely. I feel like it definitely plays a part in my understanding of languages, and it gives me like a extra edge when it comes to language acquisition. I feel like it played a lot in my personality with my personality because like I said, I analyze things a lot different than most people. Um, I'm a very what they call them empaths. I'm an empath. So If you ever seen sign language, it's a very expressive language. It's not like it's a lot of emotion in that language. It's just like body expression. It's very creative. So that's language. Sign language is definitely got took me some places. Looks good on resume too. Um, so which language course did you take in high school? I did not take any language course in high school. Funny story. When I was in I believe seventh grade, I used to be a badass little boy. I mean, a really badass little boy. And every time I was in trouble, right, the teacher the teachers all loved me. They all loved me. But I was a troublesome little bad boy. And they would just every time I was in trouble, she would put me in French class. And the French teacher would always try to teach me French. Like most kids, they were sent to detention, like a detention, like somewhere totally different. But she would put me in French class, and I was learning it at that time. But every time I got in trouble, I would learn it. But nothing stuck after all these years. Like I know bonjour, bonjour, je m'appelle. I just know a little bit. Like and my accent is ass, but it's like je m'appelle Frankie. Je suis de New York, and I just got sent there because I was being bad. So um, yeah, that's funny. I didn't take any formal education with language. All self taught. All got it out the mud. Okay. Do you have any apps tools you use to learn Cantonese? Your Cantonese is great, also. Thanks, man. So no, remember I learned Cantonese from being in a salon that was very diverse as far as the ethnic groups, the Chinese ethnic groups. So a lot of the workers in the salon were from different regions of China, right? So we had one guy who was from Shanghai, which is uh, um, which is Hong Kong in Mandarin. He was from Hong Kong, and a majority of a couple people were from Fujian, which is I believe is the south part of China. Then we had the owners who were from Wenzhou. So it was like a melting pot of different dialects and cultures I was getting hit with constantly daily. So that's how I speak some Cantonese, but I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I can speak Cantonese, I can have conversations. No, I can't do all that, man. Congrats on 10K. It wasn't close to that when I subbed. Yo, much love. I appreciate you guys don't understand. I really appreciate that. The purpose of this live is to get to know you guys better. What do you guys want to see? Tell me what you want to see. Tell me what you like to see more. What would you like to know? Like this is why I'm building with you guys now. I don't want to be that YouTuber that just what I'm saying, like just come in, make videos and don't know you guys. Like I really want to know you guys. I'm a wholesome guy. Like I want to be like a community of family. Like let's work together. Let's talk. Swap me. Okay, so that's cool, cool. Hit me up about that on Instagram, guys. And oh, guys, if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram. That's where I'm mostly at. You could definitely connect with me directly on Instagram. My Instagram name is the same and on all platforms. Frankie Light, Frankie's Light, and everything's spelled normal. Frankie with IE, and yeah. Okay. Wow, Mentrix, I think that's awesome that you're learning a new language now. It doesn't matter what age you are. I'm telling you, it does not matter. It doesn't matter at all. All that matters is if you have the desire. If you have the desire to do something, just go ahead and do it. And language learning has definitely showed me, uh, has allowed me to see the world in a totally different perspective that I would have never learned. I would have never have experienced it in this way. So um, you're doing a really good job. You will not regret it. Frankie do level up videos. Hey, I'm trying, man. It's gonna be a little bit outside my comfort zone, but because here's the thing, right? That's how I learn Arabic or any language anyway. Like I level up. It's just that I never documented it. I never recorded it. So with Arabic, I plan on leveling up, talking to speakers, recording the process, and doing stuff like that, and basically trying to get better at producing content for you guys. Because I know my videos has been kind of the quality hasn't been the best out there. Yeah, man. So. Um, Thanks you guys for just asking these questions, and I will try to put out level up content, things like that the other language people are doing. I will try to create more content like that. um, right now the language that I'm currently learning is Arabic, and when it comes in terms of what dialect, because I know now with Arabic there's like several different dialects, and from what I'm hearing and what I'm learning is that they're not necessarily interchangeable. Okay, like someone from the Gulf cannot understand someone from Morocco. Like Moroccan Arabic is one of the most difficult to learn, and it's like the most. I think everyone that's native Arabic speakers can agree that it's the most, I guess, different than the other Arabic dialects. So um, it's hard trying to find that language, which dialect to learn. But I will say that I'm gonna learn whatever I come across. The one that I come across the most is the one I'm gonna learn, because at the end of the day, language is about people. It's about connecting with people. So yeah. Um, so he's using Duolingo. That's awesome, man. Um, Me personally, Duolingo, I don't really have much experience with it. I tried it before. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but hey, if it works for you, it works for you, man. I know people that swear by it. Kanisha, what's up? Hey, followed on Insta. Your voice is amazing, but love the language videos. I'm learning Polish currently. It's so difficult. Guys, when you're learning a language, just break it down, man. Just break it down. Don't work on the grammar. Don't worry about none of that stuff. This is my method. You want to know how I did it? And I'm not trying to brag here, but I learned Mandarin in an extremely short amount of time. Okay, like I was speaking Mandarin, having conversations like 6 months in. If you want to learn how to, just go straight to what matters. Go straight to people. Go straight to conversation. Just go straight to conversing with people. When you converse with people, you're able to learn the viable vocabulary words, the things that you're actually going to use. Okay, so let's say, for example, um, somebody speaks to me in Mandarin, right? They come up to me and they say, they say something like, let me say something, like, I don't know, something like, "你多大了?" Like, how old are you or whatever. And okay, boom, 你多大了?I'm gonna write it down, and I'm a hear it. For me, it's the sounds. It's the sounds for me. Like, it's the sounds for me. Like, you gotta like listen to the sounds and really memorize that sound. Like, 你多大了?Okay, and I repeat it. Boom, 你多大了? How old are you? You know, it's just repetition, hearing it. Focus on the tone of the language, how it's being said to you, like how it's being said. Listen to that and mimic the shit out of it. Do you have a favorite method for learning languages? Yes. Throw me in the fire. That's my method. You throw me in the fire, I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna come out unscorched. Well, I'm gonna get scorched a little bit, but just throw me in the fire. That's my only method. Just go in, balls to the wind. You gotta just face it head on. And what that does, actually, it triggers your fight or flight response, and it just the stuff just sticks in your brain better. Like, if I don't speak this language right, I'm gonna get fired. Funny story, I spoke to a person, right, the other day in an Arabic chat room on Clubhouse. Okay. By the way, if anybody here wants to get that Clubhouse invitation, follow me on Instagram. Send me a message. Okay. I can get you on Clubhouse. I'm trying to build a community there where we all learn languages together. We have this community. But anyway, she told me that she didn't know how to speak Arabic at all. Okay, she's an Arab, but she didn't know how to speak any Arabic. She said this woman went to a Kuwaiti news station. I mean, radio station. Okay, she went to a Kuwaiti radio station and she applied for a job to read something. Like, I don't know if it's the Quran or not, but she went there to read for that radio station. Now, she made a really important point. She said, and I respect her for that. I love it. I love people like that. She said that if she were to mess up in Arabic, she could get thrown in jail. Like, if she were to mess up on a live announcement on that radio station, she would go to jail. She said saying words on the Arabic station is like firing bullets. And I think what she meant by that, it was that, just like, she had to be very precise and very accurate of what she was saying, because she couldn't afford to mess up an announcement on the radio station. Now, what this did, and I could personally vouch for it because this is my method, she had no choice. She gave herself no choice. She had to speak the proper Arabic, because if she didn't, she was getting thrown in jail. So once you're in that type of environment, we are naturally survivors. Okay, as human beings, we are designed to survive and to thrive, and when you're put in an environment or you're under stress in a particular circumstances, the mind adjusts and it ends up just getting to it. So this is what happened with her, and she is fluent Arabic now. I mean, like fluent, like amazing. And that surprised everybody, but it didn't surprise me. It didn't surprise me at all because I know that's what it does. I understand like that method of learning languages is like you give yourself no option, you're going to learn it. So it was that was really cool. The challenge I'm having is trying to find a way to duplicate that process with Arabic. I did what I did for Mandarin, but I'm trying to find a way to do that. I'm thinking about going to like an Arabic country and living there for a bit. But that also is a thing in its own as well. So all right. TV watching is not part of my language studying. Not really, not so much. Like I said, my method of choice is actually just speaking to people. Just speaking to people. Like I'm gonna start like my Arabic. Y'all gonna see me just go to people in the Yemenis and the bodegas in New York and just start talking to people in their dialect. But it's hard because it's okay. Here's the thing: with Mandarin, you could do that because it's Putonghua. Putonghua is like the standard. Everybody has to speak it. Everybody understands it. Not in Arabic. Arabic, there's different dialects, so the only thing I could do, the common ground is Fusha, but nobody speaks that. It's like the stuff they use on the news station. So it's really hard to level up in Arabic. What type of Arabic are you? I'm not Arabic, man. I'm black and Puerto Rican. Learn Sudanese Arabic because most of them understand it. I have to look into that. Have you got a favorite method of learning languages? Yep. Just talk to people, learn it that way. Okay, so practice. Somebody said do videos where I'm practicing in my languages in a VR chat, which I've seen people do videos like that before, and I love gaming. I haven't gamed in a while, but I used to be a heavy gamer. Built my own gaming PC and everything, so I might have to do that. How many languages do I want to speak in the long run? Why put a number on it, right? Like why put a cap on it? I want to be able to talk and connect with as much people as I can. Now the level each level they vary, you know what I mean? Like, okay, some languages I obviously want to know better than others. Some languages just like, okay. But like certain languages, yeah, I want to be able to speak it pretty fluently and be very comfortable with it. Yeah, rest in peace, Moses, the OG. Yep, Sorella asked if it does it bother me, bother you having to read in the opposite direction when you're reading Arabic. Yeah, it's definitely getting something to get used to. Like this is the first time I've had to encounter something like that, so it's definitely something I have to get used to. What do you think of Link Q, aka Steve Kaufman? I'm using it to learn Korean now. I enjoy Steve's content actually. I am pretty familiar with all the language experts in this niche on YouTube because I've watched them before became my own YouTube channel. As far as his content, I'm sorry, as far as his services with Link Q, I don't know. I've seen a couple of videos on it and it looks pretty interesting. But yeah, yeah, I'm working on it. I am 26. What languages is easy to learn? I want to say like I don't want to say like a language is easy because I don't think any language is easy per se. You know what I mean? Like there really is no such thing as an easy language. I think because in my opinion, it's like your brain is being trained a whole new way of communicating with someone. Okay, so you're training your brain to think in a totally different way, and anytime you're trying to renew your mind in any aspect, it's going to be difficult. So it's not. I don't think any language is easy to learn. Thank you, AKG Matt. What's up, man? Respect. Yeah. So Mentrix, like I said, man, it's gonna be immersing yourself. And some people's so the thing with immersion is that some people's, I guess, definition of immersion is different, right? Like some people could just surround themselves with listen to Arabic news, TV stations, like everything consumed is Arabic. That may work for them, but I tried doing that with Chinese when I first started out, and that didn't really work that well for me. For me, I actually need to just be in the environment, I guess. So that's my immersion, is going into an environment and actually just staying there and getting hit with the language and trying to figure out, looking dumb. Process, man. You got to go with the process. Got to look dumb. Got to look stupid. Got to sound stupid. Got to hesitate. Got to fumble on words. Got to say the incorrect stuff. Look insane. But at the end of it, you will come out speaking the language because you get knocked up a couple times. You realize, okay, maybe I shouldn't say that next time, you know? Mm. So, like I said earlier, the reason why I learned Mandarin, started with Mandarin, is I was inspired by Laoshu, and Moses inspired me to learn Mandarin. Yeah, I thought it was a cool language. I think it's a really cool language, a lot of history, rich language. So that's why I started learning Chinese. Said one thing about early output is that it can create bad habits. What do you do to overcome that? Um, it's not necessarily okay. Okay, so here's the thing with that. So you're going to have. That's why it's important, right? And I every this and that's one of the drawbacks of my methodology, because when you're basing your whole language learning, when you're basing your whole language learning journey upon other people, okay, and other people helping you and correcting you, it's a drawback in the sense where it's like, okay, some of them will just be like, oh, you你的中文说的很好，你的中文说的太好了, and it's like and they're not really, they're just so shocked that they see a black guy speaking Chinese, but they're not actually going to take the time and say, yeah, but you used the wrong tone there. I understood him, but you used the wrong tone. So that's one of the challenges. Another challenge is that, so some of them would just smile in your face and be like, "Wow, your Chinese is so great." That's the most common thing, but you can't let it get to your head. Don't let it gas your head up, because if you do that, you won't ever learn. Um, you have that challenge. There was another setback I forgot to say. Oh, you gotta keep in mind, as you're talking to other people, and you're learning in this way, some of them may not have standard accents or standard grammar or pronunciation. So you got to be careful that you're using. I mean, that you're only picking up the correct things and leaving and dismissing the rest that's bad. And how do you know this? Is when you write it down. Let's say you come across a new phrase, a new word, right? Write it down. You immediately use it. This is what leveling up is. You immediately get to. I find an opportunity to use that. So let's just say someone says to me 你的中文很标准，很标准，很标准. It's been a long time since I said that. I think I said the right tone. 你的中文很标准, which means it's like it's very standard. um, I will take that sentence, go into another room or talk to another individual and say that same sentence. 9 times out of 10, what I'm listening for is that they're gonna say, "Huh? 你说什么? Like, what are you saying? Like, what are you saying?" So if I didn't say it correctly, usually their first reaction is gonna let me know that, and then I actually go back and I adjust it, and I ask them, how do I say it, things like that. So with this, there's no strategy is perfect when it comes to language learning, guys. It's important that you pretty much vet everything that you're getting in if you're using my strategy, because it has some drawbacks as well. You're gonna come across people that don't know how to speak that language proficiently, to a very standard level, and you're gonna come across people that's just gonna gas your head up like, oh my god, you speak amazing, oh my god, and you're really just doing the bare minimum. So that's my 2 cents on that. Ooh, how did I learn ASL? My parents are hard of hearing impaired, so that was my first language. Oh man, Marek asked, has COVID slowed down my education or has it helped it? Boy, man, COVID lit a fire under my ass. I've learned so many new skills during COVID. Like, COVID definitely pushed me in the right direction. Like 2020, I say, was the year of discovery, self-discovery, self-exploration. Like, I mean, it was a very unfortunate time, of course, but it definitely 2020 was definitely a good year for me. Hey, Brandon said, "Gonshimi, Frankie." Hey, no problem, man. No problem. Got you guys, man. It's my squad right here. Yes, very unfortunate. Rest in peace to Laoshu. Thank you guys for supporting me. I love you guys so much. Have you thought about learning Indian? So I don't think Indian is an actual language, but I know what you're gonna say. I'm not gonna do that to you. Um, there is, Hindi. There's Punjabi. There's Gujarati. There's so many different dialects, right? Indian dialects. I know a couple greetings, and in the most popular ones, and some greetings, but I never really thought about actually learning it, like applying myself to how I learned Mandarin and how I'm currently learning Arabic. Um, let's see. Can you write Chinese? Nah, I started out doing that. It's not really no point, honestly. I find. He said I could read pretty well, but feel like learning to write may not be worth it, the amount of effort. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's my thing. And Fraser, I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. Because here's the thing when it comes to Chinese, right? Any language. Why would I learn how to write in a language? Speaking, yes. Speaking, yes. Reading, yes. I feel like writing, no, because how society is today and how society is progressing, like pen and paper has become obsolete. This is so antiquated. Like nobody uses that. Everything's typed on and everything's typed. So in Chinese, you just type the P on the keyboard and I get the character. So it's just like, hell no, I'm not gonna learn how to write all that traditional. Oh hell no, it's way too much work. It's beautiful though, like shufa, which is calligraphy, is really beautiful. But I don't. It's way too time consuming. My goal is to be able to communicate with people. That's my objective when I learn a language, communication. I'm not trying to be a scholar or something like that. So I learned to speak, listen, and I would practice my writing, but the writing wasn't necessarily to learn how to write. It was just to help drill in that the character in my head. So that's what I use for writing. Nice. Vamos, Frankie. Hola desde Inglaterra. Terra. My Spanish is ass. I'm half Puerto Rican. I'm a disgrace. Thank you guys for the love. Thumbs up. I wouldn't recommend early output, but man, Frankie, your F method is good as fuck. The three up on Clubhouse, check the DMs. Yeah, for sure. I'm from Brazil. Tutu bang, tutu bang. Isn't that the tutu bang? Isn't that the Brazilian greeting? I know a little bit, man. I know a little bit of everything, man. Don't sleep. All right, Frankie, I would love to learn Mandarin. Which are the best ways methods to get me started? Thank you in advance. So, Carlene, I think it's a great thing that you're trying to learn a new language. So, good on you for that. I would say if you're trying to learn a new language, my methodology and what is kind of modeled after great linguists like Moses and other people. Like it's just basically talking with people. Okay, you get yourself a set of vocabulary, a set of sentences that are going to be high frequency that you're going to expect. All right, Dr, you gotta go, buddy. You gotta go. How do I get this guy out of here? I get to remove. So yeah, I'm sorry I had to get some guy misbehaving in here. So um, basically, it's just basically getting your most frequently used vocabulary words, most frequently used phrases, and talking with people. Okay, that's step one. Talk with the native speaker. Okay. Once you talk with them, of course, you're gonna come across new vocabulary words, new sentence structures, new grammatical structures that you have never heard before in your life. You write that down or you record it. In this day and age, the best method is, for me, I find recording, whether it's voice recording or camera video recording. Record it and imitate how that person said it. Imitate it, use it so that it sticks. Once you have to use it, once you use it, and you got that first, like, okay, when I first use a new sentence or a new structure that I just learned, right? This is what I'm looking for. I'm telling you right now, this is what I'm looking for. I get the sentence structure. Meet with a native speaker, never met before in my life. Use that sentence structure. I'm looking for two things. I'm looking for, huh? What was that? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Or I'm looking for, I'm looking for comprehension or miscommunication. These things will let me know, okay, if I made a boo boo or not. And if I made a boo boo, I ask them, like, you don't understand me. How do I say this? And they'd be like, oh, you meant, and then that's how you do it. And that's pretty much how it is. It's um it's fine. It worked for me, man. I don't know. I think it's the fastest way, honestly. Yo, thank you, Grandma Gina. Thank you guys so much for the 10,000 subs compliments. Okay, I'm trying to scroll up, guys. Give me a second. I'd love to hear you speak in fluent Spanish. I know you would kill it. I'm gonna get there, man. Like Spanish, okay. So you guys want to know what I have planned for this channel? I want to actually go to these places. If when time permits me and the resources become available, I would like to travel to these places and give you guys some really nice content outside the country, outside in these foreign countries, and do it. Like I'm trying to take this language learning niche to a whole new level. Like I'm trying to take it to like I'm trying to implement my different skill sets like acting, singing, going to different countries. Really fun stuff like just shooting skits. Like I'm really trying to do some good stuff. Oh, karma, man, karma artist. That's what I'm dealing with right now. It's hard, man. He said, so Carmen said, I'm a fellow musician, well, vocalist. Since I have been into languages, I found that my music is now on the back burner. What advice would you give for people juggling hobbies like this? So this is exactly like the story of my life, right? Like I'm constantly juggling and trying to manage different hobbies, especially someone that's like a creative person like myself. Like I just like to learn different. I just want to make sure my battery is good. All right, we're still good. I just like to learn different things and just try different stuff. So I can't even help you, man, because I'm dealing with the same stuff right now. So, Lele, thank you for clicking on my video. You said it showed up on your recommendation page. Wow, I got fans from all over the world. Yo, I feel popping right now. I feel special. I actually feel important. Nice. I'm learning Spanish. Tiffany, you got this. Just use it. Just use it. Look stupid. Feel stupid for a little bit. I promise you, once you go through that uncomfortable feeling, you're gonna come out on the other side speaking it better than you never thought you was ever able to. Um, 26. That's 2 years. Goddamn. Yeah, classes. I can't do classes. Hey guys, let's keep it PG in here, man. I was born in the languages and music. I learned most of what I know from memorizing, translating music. See, that's the thing. Everybody's different. You got to find what works for you, and that's anything in life. You have to find what method works for you. I know I couldn't sit in a class. I know I couldn't listen to music and translate that. But some people are fluent just by doing those things. Me, I'm the type of guy. Throw me in the fire, I'll get it done. Like just throw me in the environment, throw me, I'll survive. I'm very resourceful. I'll figure it out. So and I have really tough skin. Like I don't care if I look so stupid and stuff. Oh no, for sure, you got this. You got this. You guys got this. I'm from Latin America. Do not have any skills, so Ricky, thanks, man. So this live stream is just basically just chatting with you guys, just chilling, man. We've already been 43 minutes in. We're just chilling. I'm probably gonna be on this for another 20 minutes or so, just getting to know you guys, understanding you guys, seeing your guys' faces and names. So when I see you guys, it's like, oh, hey, that's Tiffany. Oh, hey, that's Mentrix. I recognize you guys. That's Grandma Gina. I just build that familiarity with you guys. Jamaican, okay, that's what's up. I am a Caribbean. I am Caribbean American. So my background is Trinidadian, Barbados, and Puerto Rican. Okay, so much love to the islands out there. Yeah, Spanish is a really awesome language. It's really important in America. There's a lot of native Spanish speakers that's here in America. Shout out to Poor Vesh, Poor Vesh. Oh, oh, really? So someone said they're trying to learn ASL, American Sign Language. Listen, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. American Sign Language interpreters, they get that bread. All right, like they get money. Like there's so many, and that's why people ask me like, what do I do? Like I do so many different things. Like this is what I'm focused on now. I don't have any set path. I like working for myself. I like being self-employed. I like getting money whenever, however I can get money legally. You know what I mean? Like so, um, American Sign Language interpreting is translation job. I've done that before in the past. They get paid really, really well, and you it's a good thing to definitely to do. And it's a beautiful language too. It's the only language that you use your body with. Like you know what I mean? Like you use your hands and face. Yeah. See, I learned that I usually like to learn the bad words in the language too because I curse guys. I know a lot of you guys not a lot of you guys, a couple of you guys are commenting on my video. Don't curse. Cursing is bad for you. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm from New York, man. I'm from New York. I'm from Brooklyn. I curse a lot, and the people I worked with in the salon, the Chinese people, woo, oh, tough. They curse like crazy, man. So I could curse you out like a sailor in Mandarin. I can curse you out like a sailor in Mandarin. Don't play with me. You're half Japanese and half Saudi. Saudi. That's really cool. That's a really exotic mix. Yo, shout out to Scotty. Shout out to Scotty, man. Shout out to all you guys that's tuning in. Hablas español aunque que sí poco. I can't. Un poquito. Un poquito. Yes, Heather. I hope you guys really go out there and learn that language. Like, just go out there, get knocked up. You'll learn it. It's a part of the process. I think what holds a lot of people back with language learning, they're they're afraid of looking and sounding dumb. But I've built tough skin in that regard just in life. So when it came to language learning, it was just like oh well, this is my personality anyway. Like I really don't give a damn. So I go out there and look stupid and you know me, man. Look stupid and you get the gold, get the prize. Yeah, I'm in New York right now currently. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for the music cover compliments. So I'm actually trying to put out more music and just because I'm not gonna lie, like it's kind of like a cop out because it's easy for me. It's easy for me to make music. It's easy for me to sing and stuff like that. Like I like doing that, and it's easier for me. So when I think of creating content, I was like, let me just sing something and just put that out there. At least I can give you guys something. Do you speak Sugandese? Where is that from? I don't even heard of that. Sugandese? What country speaks that language? De donde eres? See, I don't know Spanish, but I know that I'm from New York. Just give me a second, guys. Just checking to see something. So I think that's pretty much okay. So someone asked, what language is the most beautiful for you? So as someone that likes languages, right? Um, I like learning different languages, but I said it before. Arabic, I think, is one of the most beautiful languages. Like Arabic is a really beautiful language. It's really rich, especially the way they speak and the culture is amazing. Like so, Arabic, I think Arabic is one of the most beautiful languages in the world. Singing and translating ASL definitely amazes me. Looking forward to seeing more of that. Thank you, Joanna. I will try to do more of that as it isn't easy, but what I'm saying? You can't, uncomfortability is what makes you better. So, Jesus choose, hablas español un poquito. Mi padre es puertorriqueño, es boricua, so, mm, I think it's to say, puedo entiendo poquito. Like, I can understand a little bit. All right, guys, they're wrapping up in this place. That's pretty much all for today, guys. I thank you guys so much for tuning in. and building with me. I'm currently learning Arabic. If you guys have been wondering, I'm currently learning Arabic, and I would like to put some nice content out there with involving Arabic. The next Arabic related content I put out, I'm sorry, the language related content I put out is hopefully me leveling up with people, speaking with people in Arabic. So I'm working on that right now. But thank you guys so much for 10K. We had 10K. Yes, I'm happy about that, and I'm really looking forward to speaking with you guys more and putting out some great content and growing this page, man. Like, oh, yo soy de Barcelona. Como tío, Catalonia. You speak Catalan? I speak a little Catalan. All right, I'm gonna delete now. All right, guys, I gotta go. They're kicking me out of here. Love, peace. Thank you guys so much.